It was one of those quiet mornings, the kind that feels too still to be normal. No birds, no cars, just silence. Emily Carter walked beside her mother toward a small yard sale at the end of their street. Tables were packed with old toys, dusty lamps, and faded books. The smell of rust and damp wood filled the air. But then, something made her stop. A porcelain doll sat on a wooden chair, facing the road. Its cracked cheek caught the sunlight. Its glass eyes seemed alive. Emily whispered, "Mom, look at her." Her mother sighed. "Sweetie, that thing looks haunted." The old woman running the sale looked up slowly. Her voice trembled, yet carried a strange warmth. "Oh, don't worry, dear. She's just lonely." The woman smiled, but her eyes dipped. "She's been waiting for a new friend." Emily's mum frowned. "What's her name?" The woman leaned closer to Emily and whispered, "Annabelle." Something in her tone made the air feel colder, but Emily's eyes sparkled. "I want her," she said excitedly. Her mum hesitated. "All right, but she stays on the shelf, not on your bed." The woman's wrinkled hands shook slightly as she passed the doll to Emily. "Take good care of her," she said softly. "She doesn't like being left alone." That night, the moonlight slipped through Emily's curtains, falling across the doll's pale face. Emily smiled sleepily. "Good night, Annabelle." She turned away and closed her eyes. But seconds later, a whisper brushed against her ear. "Good night, Emily." Her eyes flew open. She sat up, breathing fast. The doll was still, sitting on her table, staring straight at her. "Mom?" she whispered. No answer. The whole house was silent. She pulled the blanket over her face and stayed still until morning. The next day at breakfast, her mom casually said, "Good luck on your math test today." Emily froze. "How did you know that?" Her mom looked puzzled. "You told me last night, remember?" Emily shook her head slowly. "No, I didn't." She glanced at Annabelle, sitting by the window. The doll's cracked lips seemed to be smiling, wider than before. That night, Emily whispered, "Annabelle, did you talk to me yesterday?" Silence. Then, faintly, "Sleep well, Emily. You did great on your test." Emily gasped. "How do you know that?" The doll's glass eyes glimmered faintly in the moonlight. "Because I was with you." Emily jumped off the bed and covered the doll with a towel. But even from under it, she heard giggling, soft, childlike, mocking. The next few nights were worse. Whispers came every time she tried to sleep. Sometimes the voice called her name. Sometimes it warned her. "Emily, don't go outside tomorrow. Emily, she's behind you. Emily, you forgot to say goodnight." Each night, the doll's tone became sharper, colder, hungrier. Emily begged her mum to believe her, but her mother only smiled tiredly. Honey, you just have an active imagination. That night, Emily made a decision. She grabbed the doll and shoved it into her closet. She tied the door handles with a scarf and whispered, "Now you can't talk anymore." But at 3 a.m., thud, Emily sat up. Thud, thud. The closet door shook violently. "Let me out, Emily. You forgot to say goodnight," she screamed. The voice stopped instantly. Then silence. Heavy, unnatural silence. When she woke the next morning and opened the closet, the doll was gone. Panic filled her chest. She searched under the bed, behind furniture, everywhere. Then she heard a voice from the kitchen. "Emily, breakfast is ready." It sounded exactly like her mum. But when she entered the kitchen, her mother wasn't there. Only Annabelle sat on the chair, wearing her mum's apron. Her cracked lips were now perfectly smooth, her smile wider. "Where's my mum?" Emily whispered. The doll's head tilted slowly. "She's sleeping, just like you will." Soon, the lights flickered violently. The doll's laughter filled the air, high-pitched and endless. Emily screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the darkness around her. The next morning, neighbors saw the front door open. Chairs were overturned. Breakfast was still warm on the table. When Mrs. Carter came home from her night shift, she called out, "Emily?" No reply. Her voice echoed through the silent house. She climbed the stairs slowly, heart pounding. Emily's room door was slightly open. Inside, everything was clean. The bed was neatly made, and sitting right in the center was Annabelle. The doll now had both shoes. No cracks, no scratches, just a perfect porcelain face, smiling. Mrs. Carter picked it up with trembling hands. "Emily, where are you?" Then she froze, because the doll's eyes blinked, and in Emily's voice, it whispered, "Mummy?" Mrs. Carter dropped it and stumbled back, but the doll didn't stop. Its lips moved again. She said, "Good night. Now it's your turn." Suddenly, the mirror on the wall shimmered. Mrs. Carter turned and saw her reflection. But beside her stood Emily, holding Annabelle's hand. Emily smiled, eyes completely black. "Don't worry, Mommy. She's my best friend now." The room lights burst. The reflection reached out from the mirror, and everything went black. The screen fades slowly. A faint whisper lingers. "Good night, Mommy."